One thing that we talk about and emphasize often at NumberBarn is the importance of making meaningful connections with customers. It's such a great thing. I've heard folks at companies like Zappos talk about making meaningful connections with customers all the time. It makes me feel good to think about that. But how do we actually practically empower our customer support team, our employees, to actually make meaningful connections with customers? It doesn't just happen by thinking about it. It doesn't just happen by wishing. There's some practical ways to do this. And in this video, I'm going to share 3 different ways that I think you can help your support team and you as a customer support professional make more meaningful connections with your customers. So the first way that you can meaningfully connect with your customers is to use canned responses, macros. Use these to your advantage. I'm just going to call them canned responses because they get such a bad rap sometimes, because nobody wants to contact customer service and just speak with a robot. They contacted customer service because they tried to speak with the robot and weren't successful and wanted to speak with a human. But these canned responses can actually be used to your advantage. They can be used to make sure that customer support reps share consistent information with customers, that they are more efficient. They don't have to type out the same blurb over and over again. But then they should be trained to use these properly. They should be trained to use them as actual tools to help them be more efficient. And they need to wrap around that some human connection. And that brings me to my second point. Second way to meaningfully connect with customers is to train your customer support team to recognize the natural cues from customers, the human cues that happen on many, if not most customer interactions. Let me give you an example of a cue. Customer emails into your customer support and they say, hey, I'm going on vacation. I need help with updating some settings on my account before I go. And you don't want to just respond and say, okay, let me help you with these settings. The way to make a meaningful connection with that customer is to instead respond with, hey, I am happy to help you with this. Also, I hope you're going on a great vacation. I hope you enjoy some terrific rest and relaxation. You've definitely earned it. That is one human connecting with another human being. And on the other side of things, and we know this all too well, that customers are going to contact us and be frustrated. Maybe they've gotten the runaround. Maybe it's from our company. Maybe they've contacted a bunch of companies and they just cannot get to the bottom of this issue. It's in that moment that they don't just need somebody to solve their problem. They need somebody to restore their confidence and trust. They need a human being who's going to say, man, I'm sorry you're going through this. Let me walk through this with you, walk alongside you. Let me take ownership of this issue until this has been resolved. And that's a great way to make a meaningful connection with a customer. And finally, how do you actually take all of this and systematize it so it actually happens consistently? Well, the secret sauce, and this is the third way to practically connect with customers in meaningful ways, is to have a robust quality assurance process. And I'm not talking about stuffy quality assurance, QA checked by Bob or whatever. I'm talking about a manager or supervisor that actively reviews customer interactions, and they take the time to sit down with the person that interacted with that customer, and they discuss ways that they can better connect with the customer, ways that they could add more empathy or add more human connection, or use their templates and macros in smart ways rather than sounding like a robot. And then that supervisor or coach needs to always connect to the greater purpose of, what happens when you meaningfully connect with customers? They become more loyal. They have a better experience. You actually enjoy your job of providing customer service better because the customer is happier and they're not yelling at you or writing in all caps and all that stuff. So those were 3 ways to better practically connect with your customers. Thank you so much for listening.